Hi everyone, welcome back to Tea Time. We're talking about my nephew's interesting development. Now if you have not seen the other videos, you should go over to my page and go check them out before watching this one. Now let's get into it. Last time we talked about my nephew refusing to eat the food that was placed at the table. He wanted snacks instead. And when I look at the comment section, I noticed that Rana said maybe a change of his meal will help. Snacking only is not healthy, and indeed kids cannot just snack. They have to eat something healthy. They have to get something in there that builds their immune system, that builds their muscles, and kids are very active, so they need that strength and that energy, that calcium, those vitamins to keep them going. So definitely I agree with you. They definitely need healthy foods. Also, she wears many hats, says that most toddlers are picky eaters and they also love snacks, which is true. Many toddlers, they prefer to eat snacks rather than eating the healthy foods. But does that mean that we just give them snacks? Yeah, definitely not. We have to be consistent about what we do. When they are trying to be testy and stuff like that, we as adults have to ensure that we stand our ground and say, first you eat this, then you can have that. So we have to use the first then rule. That is one of the things that works with them, and you have to be consistent about it. You can't say first eat some of your food and then you have snack and they don't eat any and then you give them snack. No, you have to say first, try some, at least taste it or something like that, and then have it. You know what, with my nephew, I realized that when I said first you have to eat some of the healthy food that I give to you, then you can have snack later. You know what, when he tasted the food, he realized that the food was good. He ate all the food and he forget about snack, and I was like, okay, so that was him testing me. So if I had given in and just given the snack because everybody had their food he didn't eat and now he's asking for snack, if I had just given in every day after that, I am sure, because I know him, he would have wanted to have snacks and then it would be a problem. But because I said first you have to eat some of the food, even try it, even taste it, then you can have a little snack. He tasted the food, realized it was good, and he ate all. He forget about the snack. D4G says these reality stories are lovely and can use a taller cup. Definitely, I will try to use a taller cup. No, that was my nephew's story. He's at it again, and guess what? This time, he's refusing to get dressed. Or not necessarily refusing to get dressed, but the clothing that I put out for him, he doesn't want to wear it. Now, what would you do? I'm going to share this info with you in the next tea time, but I want to hear your views. What would you do if your 2-year-old nephew, you pick out some clothes for him to wear and he is refusing to wear? What would you do? Tell me in the comments and we can talk about it in the next tea time. But guess what? I have something interesting to share with you. I was eavesdropping accidentally. I'm not going to purposefully eavesdrop. Maybe. No, I was eavesdropping and it's career day at a certain school. I won't say the name. Two parents, they were discussing what their kids will be wearing for Careers Day. One said, oh, my son is going to dress as a firefighter. Firefighter are highly respected and I love the uniform. I love that they drive the truck and it makes a sound and everybody goes excited when they see firefighters. Another person says, oh, my daughter is going to be dressed as a doctor because doctors make a lot of money and it's an important job. And I was there thinking, these parents are deciding for their kids. Oh, my son is going to be a firefighter. My daughter is going to be a doctor. What is the kids say in all of this? And I thought about it. Many times we have perceptions about what our children will become. We see them because they like to play maybe the piano or they like to play the drums. We say, oh, you're going to be a drummer. Or we see that they love maths. We're like, oh, you're going to be a mathematician. If we see that they're like science, we're like, oh, you're going to be a scientist. And these are all our perception of what they are going to become. I remember when I was in high school and you had these really smart kids. And not only were they smart, but they had money behind it. So you thought that, okay, these kids are going to do well. They have the money to pay for university. Plus they have the smarts to get there. They're doing well in their language and their maths and their science and all these subject areas. However, 10, 20 years down the line, when I look back at these same kids that I went to high school with, I realized that these same kids, they are doing some jobs that I never dreamed that they would be doing right now. It was my perception of them. I thought they would be the lawyers, the doctors, the nurse. And what they are doing now, I am surprised. I thought they would have the jet, the airplane, or they would be the pilot. And right now, some of them don't even have a job. Some of them have found themselves in drunkardness and laziness. And some of them are at an estate in life where they have become beggars. And I'm like, what has happened to these smart, intelligent minds who, when you look at them, you perceive that they would be this, they would be that. That was our perception of them. Did they have a perception for themselves? Did they dream anything for themselves? I don't know. Probably nobody has ever asked them what they wanted to become. They just showered them with gifts. This reminds me of Psalms 92:12-14. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. This tells us that God wants us to prosper. He wants us to flourish. He wants our children to flourish. So let us teach them to have that growth mindset so that they too can flourish. Let's get back to this. And so nobody ever asked them what they wanted to become, and they believe that the money that their parents have, because mark you, it wasn't their money, it was their parents' money, money that their parents had, they thought that it would have sufficed them, only to realize that when they grew up and they had to make decisions for themselves, they ended up making the wrong decisions. Now tell me, what do you think about this scenario? Should the parents perceive for their kids what it is that they want to become, or should they consult with the kids and find out what they are dreaming of become? And when they are so young and they're having careers, they should educators and parents dress them up and decide what they want them to wear, or should they instill in them the different career paths that are existing out there, bringing in the soldiers and the police and so on, and let the kids see these paths and say, okay, I like that path, maybe I want to pursue that when I grow up. You know what? Regardless of what career path I choose now, there's so many careers out there that I didn't know existed. And if you think about it, you might find a career out there that you don't know existed. And when I saw some of them, I'm like, probably I could have been this, but I didn't know about it. Nobody ever told me that this was an option or this existed. What are you telling your kids? What are you telling your nieces? What are you telling your nephews? Are you educating them to choose for themselves? Are you choosing for them? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next tea time.